what is past life regression and what are the benefits of this modality?
Okay. So if you hear the word regression, regression means to regress. That means you go back in time and you regress. You will go back in time in either this life, the past of today, which is known as age regression, and the past of the past, which is known as the past life regression. Now, in order to do past life regression, we use hypnosis or we use meditation. Basically, everything is all about meditation. So we use meditation, we use hypnosis for a person to go into a past life, for a person to go into that time when things started actually going wrong in their life, either in their current life or in their past life. Now, it all depends upon what your mind wants to show, what your mind wants to make you see. So, the main, what I would say, I would not say the issue, but you need to trust what the mind of the client is showing you. And you, as a therapist, can never dictate the client. The client is in the driver's seat. The client is going back in time. The client is either going back to the time when he's 5 years old in this lifetime, 10 years old in this lifetime, 25 years old in this lifetime, back in the womb state, or then back in the past life, and decide what is the core issue that we need to work on. Or the symptoms of today. The symptoms can be anything. Your, particular trauma, your particular health issue, your particular financial issue. It can be anything. But we always say that whatever we are seeing today is something that has happened in the past. And to resolve something today, we need to go to the past. Like cancer. Cancer doesn't happen in 2 days, 6 months. No. आज आपको पता चला है. You know today that you have cancer. But the seeds of that can go as small as 2 years. And since it's very karmic, it will definitely go to a past life. Now, how does it help you? So you will see many a times, many people take some treatment for cancer or some other thing, but it doesn't show the effect. Like weight loss, it doesn't show an effect. So when we deal with the insecurities or the reason of the fat, automatically you see a shift in the person's weight. The exercise starts being better, or the cancer medicine starts. I had dealt with a case of cancer in 2016, and the woman, when the lady and she came to me, she started doing pretty fine, and then because she started doing pretty fine, she stopped coming. So
Oh,
after 4 5 sessions, she suddenly stopped coming and took a break of 4 months. Yeah, I'm better.
mm,
And you won't believe, suddenly the report started going wrong because the mind was not ready to accept. So, we work on the mind, and whatever is the resource which comes, be it in the form of medicine, be it in the form of, weight loss or whatever, health, money, it automatically the mind starts creating. So whatever you have in your life today is because your mind has created it. And because your mind has created it, your mind knows how to uncreate it. And hence we have to regress to the past. So that's past life regression for most of you. And I hope you understood. If not, then you can definitely ask me. I'll try to explain again.
absolutely. In fact, everybody, Dr. Gitanjali is one of the best people you can ask anything about past life regression to. She said, Shilpa, ask me anything. I can answer everything. So, absolutely, Doctor. Already the questions are coming in, and I would like to repeat what you just said. Swami had asked, even before you uh, mentioned it, doctor. He said he's facing negativity, health issues, career issues, money issues, and people cheat him again and again. So, yes, this can help him, right, doctor?
100%.
Yes.
100%. So, trust issues start in the current life from the ages of 0 to 2. And in this age, and then it goes to the womb. And from there, it goes to the past life. So, any specific issue is not because of one thing. It's because of, many different, like one loss. I was just talking to my client. There was one loss. One loss you have today. It can
Mm.
be anything. It can be a simple betrayal. Now, it will trigger all the betrayals you had. That same feeling of betrayal. Suppose you had at 5, you had at 10, you had at 2, you had 1, past lives. So if they're not sorted, then one fine day it becomes very huge.
Wow.
So financial issues, 100%. Matlab, it's very, very easy for us to deal with financial issues through past life regression.
Amazing.
In fact, finances are the easiest things to deal with.
Yeah, and who knows that better than you, Doctor? You specialize in money manifestation and health and relationships and whatnot. So, Doctor, next question. Uh, Anjali has, sorry, my apologies. Angel has asked that, sorry, Dr. Sonia has asked, how accurate is this, Doctor?
Oh, so see, Sonia, hi Sonia. I have seen it. I have lost somewhere the Telegram group.
Doctor,
So,
don't worry, I'm here. You don't
okay,
look at the Telegram group.
okay. I thought I have to look at the
Not at
Telegram.
all.
Okay. So, Sonia, hi Sonia. Thank you so much for asking this question. So, the thing is that it is your mind, and it is your mind. It is not mind which is saying things. So even if it is your current life or a metaphor which your mind is playing out, but it is affecting or creating those kind of symptoms. So it is 100% accurate what you see. You may not choose to believe it because your mind will say, I cannot do this. Suppose if your mind shows something negative. No, I'm such a nice person. I don't want to. Everybody wants to see nice things about themselves. Even I want to see nice things about myself. But if I have an issue, I have done something wrong somewhere. Maybe not in this life, but another life. Or maybe I saw something happening wrong from my childhood and I took some certain things about it which need to be resolved. So definitely it is, for me, I have always found it 100% accurate. And even if it's a story created by your mind, because your mind has created the story, the moment you see the story, you tend to uncreate it. And that's what we want. We are not here to understand it's right, it's wrong, but we are here to help you with the story, understand the coping mechanisms that you have developed because of that decision of yours, and release it.
Sounds good, Doctor. Sounds like a foolproof way of resolving whatever that is bothering you.
Yes.
And Angel and Shampa have asked, Doctor, and I'm sure all of us want to know this, that Angel's friend was not able to go into PLR, and Shampa is asking, what if somebody is not able to get into a hypnotic state? What if they are not able to regress? So, what happens in such a case?
We ask the client to come again. We ask the client to come again because it is possible that they may not regress. They have so much of conscious control issues that they will not regress. Okay. So because of this, it's very much possible, very, very possible that they will not regress. So this usually happens with 5 to 10% of the public because they feel, I don't want to be hypnotized. I don't trust the process. What if I don't come back? What if I'm not safe? So generally, if the client goes the first time and not able to regress, automatically within the second or third time, he regresses. But that's why we say, na, if you can't regress on the past life, you can at least regress on the past or the current. आज की जिंदगी तो देखी है ना आपने. Suppose if you have the same issue, which is of the past life. Suppose I have a betrayal issue. So betrayal will not be there at 35, 40. Na? It will there be at the age of 5 or 10 or 20 also. So you go to the past of today and you will get your answers. Today you have gone here. Tomorrow you'll go back more. As it is, the inner child has to get healed. So the age regression is important.
Yeah, that sounds very good, Doctor. I don't have to worry that, oh, what if I don't regress? We can always find a solution from the current lifetime.
Yes,
Excellent.
yes.
Doctor, we would love to understand this more with an example, maybe. So, Preeti has asked that, Doctor, good or bad relationship of this life, is it also due to a past life?
Okay,
So,
yeah.
if there are issues in a relationship, how can we go into PLR and resolve it? So, can you explain this with this example, Doctor?
So, Preeti, very nice of you to ask me this question because many of us have relationship issues. Now, I will tell the first problematic situation here becomes that you are working only on your 50%. Through your 50%, you are healing your 50%. So you may not see 100% shift in the relationship with the current person, but it will definitely change. That's the first thing. The second thing is that if you're looking out for example, somebody is abusive towards you, you will suddenly start seeing that some creation happens and that person stops being abusive, or you get some resource that you move out of a relationship. And it is definitely karmic, because what happens is before you're born, there is something known as life between life. And we will be talking about it during our class. So life between life is the life where you decide what you want to do in this lifetime. So I pick up some part of my Sanchita karma and I come down on this lifetime. I come down as a planet, I suppose Geetanjali Saxena. And I say, now I want to learn the lesson of betrayal. And I choose my brother to teach me the lesson of betrayal, or my sister to teach me the lesson of betrayal, or my husband to teach me, or my mother, whoever I will select. Now that becomes karmic. And for that, you have to go back in the lifetime. That why did you select this particular person to show you the lesson of betrayal? Now, what we say is we are all spiritual beings here for a human experience. So the moment we go out and we say it's just an experience, it stops hurting us and we can deal with the experience. Okay, it's like you're seeing the same situation with a different viewpoint, right? And you need to go back in the past and see from where it all started. And that is why I always like past life regression. And I have studied in depth about this, at least in 4 or 5 different schools, past life regression, because it is a subject which really fascinates me, because you are going back in time, you're going to where the problem started. So definitely, this is such a profound healing on all the level, mental, spiritual, emotional, astral. And only those who are, who's, they say, God has given you a chance. And those who's in destiny to change will come to a past life therapist, or will for a session or for a workshop or whatever, and learn about it, understand it, undergo it, and see the shift. I will give you a case study. My problem is I give a lot of case studies. I have this girl coming in from the city Bangalore, and she had issues in her marriage. Now, the mistake was from the girl's side. I don't want to discuss the mistake. But it was on the verge of divorce. And we started working on it. And I said, see, I'll work with you. And I did 2 sessions with her per month for about 3 months. And she saw a difference in the husband, since we're talking about relationship. And then I said, okay, now let's start doing it once a month. Then we did about 2 sessions once a month. And then I said, let's take a break of 2 months. And she has then come back once a month for a session. And just now, just last week, she came in and she's saying, I'm seeing a profound change in my husband. He actually said, we need to sit and we need to discuss. And believe me, लड़की ने बहुत बड़ी गलती की थी. फिर भी through the sessions, after her viewpoint changed, after she understood her low self-esteem patterns and her patience. See, please understand, it is not a, I'm not a quick fix. Even if you go to the doctor, वो आपका fever कम कर देता है, लेकिन infection को treat करने में जाता है time. And if something it is chronic, it takes time. So she has worked with me for a long time, and with her patience, today she has got the result. And we have taken so many breaks in between. The first initial 3 months we worked together, and then one month break. But yes, she got the result. Today she's happy. Otherwise, it was on the verge of divorce. The husband was ready to leave her. And it's amazing. And it's a relationship issue. And I said, I told her thanks. I said, thanks for trusting me. Because, people feel, oh, why do we need so many sessions? But if I feel the issue is there, only then will I say. Otherwise, I don't need to say it.
Absolutely.
So I said, thank you so much for trusting, because you trusted, we are here today. And things. So then they had gone. She said, ma'am, in January, we had gone for a holiday and we were going to go for 3 days. And he extended it for 6 days.
So nice.
Yeah.
Doctor, earlier you said,
because of marriage, it is very nice.
Very nice. It's excellent. I mean, you didn't even have to work on the husband and everything resolved. That is really amazing,
so much
doctor.
Of trust.
So much of trust. And let me tell everybody that thousands of people in India and across the world trust Dr. Geetanjali Saxena. She has worked, as she mentioned, from cancer to relationship to money blocks, and people have like earned crores after like working with her, so much of unblocking and healing. So, doctor, next logical question which Seema has asked. So, okay, you come to know what the problem is when you regress with somebody. All right. So, how does the healing happen? How does it get resolved?
Mm. So when I studied with Dr. Brian Weiss in 2000, and I had done past life even before that. So he was my second or third trainer, teacher, I would say. And I knew past life. So I was just there for an experience. What is his insight about past life? And so he kind of said, when we go back in time and we see those lifetimes where we have caused ill to others, where we have persecuted others, where we are persecuted lifetimes, then you actually forgive self. See, it's not about anybody else forgiving. Today, I suppose kill somebody, right? Suppose I kill somebody, but uh, if at that point of time I have once killed in self-defense, so then there will be nothing. But if I have thought that I have to kill and get the person's property and all that, so I am a persecutor.
Mm-hmm.
This is something which will come up in the later lifetimes in which I could be having financial issues or health issues. Now, the moment, so ultimately, who is forgiving? I am not able to forgive myself. So when I go back in time and I see myself and I see what I have done and I seek forgiveness and I see ultimately all forgiveness is self-forgiveness. So I'm forgiving self, or I'm saying that, it's okay. Yeah, you did it and you have paid for it and it's fine. And whatever learnings you are there, you integrate at your soul level and just let that experience go. And only when you are ready to let that experience go, will that thing go away from your life. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Makes total sense, doctor. And I can actually relate this to every topic of our life, not just relationships, but anything, even disease or hurting somebody or any kind of issue. So, thank you for this example, doctor. In fact, Shekhar has asked about his child's health. Okay, so the question is there are children born with mental disabilities, ADHD, dyslexia. So, question number one is this karmic? And second, let's say the parent wants to help the child. So, will the child or any family member who has this such kind of ailments, do they go into regression or does the family member or the parent has to go through it?
If the child is less than 18 or is, just 4, 5 years old or 7, 8,
Mm,
he will not be able to regress. So there in that case, the mother or the father goes into regression.
mhm.
Here it is definitely could be a mother's issue. Why we always say the mother is a part or more of a part is because the child is in the womb for 9 months. So whatever has happened to her, whatever she has thought, whatever stresses she has undergone, or whatever stresses her mother underwent and she's a part of it will definitely come up. So that is something that we have to resolve. And so mother healing is very, very important. And I've done this. I have, there was a child who was born and I didn't do even the mother and the father. I worked on the nanny. The child used to be very ill. And through the nanny, I worked on the child 4 to 5 sessions, and the child became much, much, much better.
Wow.
So much of stress. But yes, there was not ADHD, all that. He had cold and
Mm-hmm.
he used to fall sick every 15 days. So the nanny was very, very unhappy about it. And the marriage was not good. So all those emotions the child was carrying, we worked it out. And the child was much, much, much better. So yes, ADHD, yeah, it goes down over a period of time, but you need help, like you need to go to a special school. Dyslexia is something which will not go away so easily because dyslexia is something, yeah, but the child will start showing improvement in their ability to speak or comprehend through our sessions. But 100% to just vanish will be kind of difficult.
Of course.
So we have worked on cases like schizophrenia, we have worked on bipolar, we have worked on anxiety, I have worked on tinnitus. I have worked on my tinnitus. But of course, I did a different healing for me. But yes, it definitely showed results. I don't have tinnitus today. I got it in 2021. But yes, I did it.